Alright, let's say that you want to get your website mobile ready, and instead of putting a whole bunch of if iPhone, if iPad, if everything conditions throughout your whole page, you just want to make a whole new site just for mobile sites, just for mobile browsers, or, whatever. So what's popular is that it's not really nice to go, yourwebsite.com/iPhone, because then your whole structure of your site is kind of failed. So what a lot of people do is use subdomains. So it would do iPhone.410online.com. That's the goal, right? So we're actually going to I'm going to show you how you can do this so that iPhone.410online.com goes to its own page. Okay? So first, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull up our FTP, and we're going to create a new folder in our. So here's our root right here. This is our root, and then this is our htaccess is our web root. Okay? So when I go to 410online.com, this is the directory that's loaded. Okay? So I'm going to create a new folder in here, and I'm going to call that iPhone, okay? Inside of the iPhone folder, go to it, okay, inside of the iPhone folder, we're going to create a new file called index.php. And then index.php, new text window. Alright, so in index.php, we're just going to do php echo, this is the mobile version, right? Okay, close that off, and we need that to actually be here. There you go, and save. Okay, so now if I go to 410online.com/iPhone, we'll get there. So the idea now, what we need to do is we want to rewrite iPhone.410online.com to that URL without actually having the URL change. Okay, it's important that the URL doesn't change. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our htaccess file, right? So we're going to go back to our root, and we're going to find our htaccess file, and we're going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, so here's our htaccess file, and let me move it over here. Okay, so here's our htaccess file. So what we need to do is, once our rewrite engine's on, okay, we want to start by adding the rewrite condition for the HTTP host. So we're going to do rewrite condition percent curly brace HTTP underscore host curly brace. So we're going to get the host which would have the iPhone part in it, and then we'll rewrite starting from the beginning iPhone, and then we're going to escape the dot. And then our main site, 410online./ and again we're escaping the dot there because dot is actually used, so we need to escape it. And then we want to rewrite the URI that you're requesting, so the new site, which would be request in all caps, request underscore URI, right? Curly brace, and then that's going to be everything that's not starting with an iPhone in forward slashes. And then finally, we're going to rewrite condition. Now everything, so in parentheses dot star, and we're going to remember everything. So by putting in parentheses, we're remembering it. To rewriting to slash being htdocs, iPhone slash being $1 being what we remembered, and then L for redirect. This is internal redirect. So with that now, that's going to redirect our iPhone to our /iPhone folder. So when I do this, now I get an internal server error, which is awesome. So let me see what I did. Let me copy the code that I have working and take a look at that. So this last thing needs to be rewrite rule, not rewrite condition. I had rewrite condition. So now, there you go. I just had to refresh. Okay? So now I go to iPhone.410online.com and it brings in the middle version. Now the other thing that we want to do is when I come here to the index page, right over here, and let's bring this over here as well. Okay, when I go to the index page, which would be 410online.com, I want this to automatically detect that I have an iPhone and redirect me. So what we have to do is we're going to get so the iPhone, the way we detect that we have an iPhone in PHP is we get the server and we get the HTTP _ user agent. That will have the word iPhone in it. Okay, that's the user agent string of the browser, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap an if, and we're going to do strripos, which is going to be string insensitive position, so that we don't worry about spelling, or don't worry about case, right? So we're going to basically search in this string for the word. In this case, we're going to do iPad, not iPhone, right? And we're going to say if we look for iPad and we don't equal a false, we have to check. We have to do. It has to be does not equal, okay? Because we are testing for an actual value, not trust me. And then close that. So if we find iPad in the user agent string, we're going to do a header location, and this will be the first thing that we do. Header location, and that's going to go to our iPhone.410online.com. So now, when you go to our home page, it's going to automatically redirect to our subdomain, which, because of htaccess, knows to access that folder. So I'm going to change my user agent string in Safari to, let's do the iPad version, right? So that would be, I sent that to myself. Mobile me, user agent. So here's the user agent string again for iPad. So we're going to do user agent other, paste that in there. See, it's got the word, where is it? It's got the word iPad in it, right? Said OK. So now I'm on iPad. It refreshed the page automatically. It knew I was on an iPad, and it redirected me to iPhone.410online.com. So again, if I go to 410online.com, it detects that I'm on iPhone or iPad and redirects it to this subdomain where you have a whole other version of the website.